fuck. Is there a way to, like... I thought there was a way to reset the storyline. Hmm. Do I really have to start it back from here? I guess it'd be decent to, or correct to watch the first cutscene of this amazing game.
And at the end of days, the first sign shall appear in the heavens. Justice shall fall upon the world of men. The armies of light and shadow will clash across the fields of eternity. Are you all right, my girl?
It was nothing, Uncle. Just a bad dream. We should be getting it home.
But there's still work to be done. If these translations are correct, the powers of hell could already be on the move. The world must be told of the coming darkness. You do believe me, don't you, Leah? It has begun.
Leave it, Uncle! It's not important!
What a powerful fucking intro, man. Especially the end right there with the lady. So, A Journey to Tristram is gonna depend on whatever character you play as, but I play as the male necromancer, so here's his intro.
All that grows must also wither and die. What dies and rots will then nourish the living. This is the great cycle of being, and we, the priests of Rathma, use our dark art to protect it. Though most do not understand us, we go where we are needed. My master has learned that a star fell in the west, drawing the dead from their graves. He commands me to journey to Tristram and return them to their rest. For if the cycle is not upheld, it would mean the end of all things.
Yes, the end of all things. And all that shit. I assume I just have to start from the first mission. Starting a new quest or overwrite your current active quest. Well, I've beaten the fucking game how many times now? Just begin the quest. Oh shit, here's where it actually matters. Do I want to get upset? Or do I want to have fun? I'm gonna have fun, so I'm just gonna go for in between right here. I hope they don't play the cutscene again, because if they did, I just wasted my time. Okay, cool, they didn't. Which means that I'm gonna have to leave the game to play the cutscenes. Not exactly ideal, but oh well.
I am near the fallen star, and the dead raised.
Yes, we have much yet to do.
Come on, this one.
I need a corpse. I'm afraid not.
Oh yeah. Forgot how fucking overpowered I left him. Able to almost one-shot almost anything with his
I
spike
require
bow.
a corpse for that.
This is not the best setup for the Necromancer, but it's a nice setup and it works for me.
I have come to aid these lands. Where is the fallen star?
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her. Captain Rumford, more dead are coming. We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
That is not possible.
They keep coming. I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
The Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Before they rise again.
I came here and studied the fall of old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
I understand.
Room has fallen to disgrace. What faith can save us now? It is the end of the world. Can't you see that?
Whatever, man.
To help our mayor fix his wagon. My brother died defending this town while that bloated coward tried to run away.
Oh, you tried to run away, huh?
Your cart is in the way.
How dare you speak to me like that? I'm the mayor of this town.
Then why are you standing here idle?
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone with a grain of sense should be trying to get out. Will you help me or not?
No.
The other characters before the Necromancer came out, they're all kind of like happy, cheery, kind of bunch, you know, except for the Demon Hunter and the Wizard, because one of them's arrogant and the other one's just too edgy. But everyone's like, no, I will not help you, and then you get to the Necromancers, and they're just so blatant and blunt, they're just like, no. You.
Have you come to help us? The other adventurers who came through here didn't look so deadly.
Are you Leah? Did you survive the fallen star?
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but...
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
I cannot do that.
I killed them so fast it fucked up the game audio.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Yes. That is why I am here.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
He just told me to come here and talk to you, though, Leo. Like...
I promised Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead.
Sorry to hear that.
I will bring peace to the risen dead.
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
I have experience in these matters.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
I need a corpse.
There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Going through this story, I think I've gone through this story more than I've gone through
It is not too late to save this town.
any other story, simply because of how the game works. And it's
I
open world,
require a
overall.
corpse for that. I cannot do that.
Pretty addicting game too, if you want. I spent a whole summer playing as a witch doctor, looking for the Xenomastis and Carnival set, simply so simply just so I could play as the Xenomastis Carnival fetishistic build where your little fetishes, your little voodoo doll dudes.
That is not
what they call them, fetishes in the game, where they start spitting out poison pierce darts whenever you do. So when directed at one enemy, that's like a machine gun's worth of damage, except instead of bullets, it's darts.
I'm afraid not.
I used to check these old sellers and shit. I finally did get the Carnival mask, but not in this one. I got the Carnival mask
I hope that they would be more adorable.
later on down this specific quest. Sorry, I'm focusing on trying to clear the area and find out what the fuck I got. Oh, it's black something? Black thorns. That's what it's called.
I require a corpse for that.
Yeah, I know. There aren't any though. We kind of used them as projectile weapons.
No.
So what he's doing is he's taking the bones inside of the body, breaking them apart, and then levitating them and shooting them at the others. Essentially, they're taking like pieces of their leg bones and arm bones, head bone, head and shit like that, skull, jaw, whatever, and just tearing it into pieces of crap.
I cannot fight you no longer.
So it's pretty badass. The one I specifically have though does more damage because I'm taking pieces of my own ribs.
I need a corpse.
But because he's a necromancer, you can regenerate himself. In-game logic, anyway. There's a lot of story in this story, if that makes sense. There's a lot of background knowledge.
That is not possible. Decay and rot.
See, like, he just took out, how many? 43 zombies all in one go. This was the cellar that I got this Carnival mask in. I remember freaking gasping super loud when my grandmother walked in. I was like a little kid at the time. Not a little kid, but like middle teenage years. Grandmother walked in, saw tears rolling down my face. Cause I had spent how many months trying to look for this fucking mask?
That is not possible.
It was horrible.
Old Tristram. Diablo once walked these lands.
There is much to lament in this tragedy.
No.
The only problem with this build is I actually actively need corpses. I had a legendary that allowed my golem over here to shed corpses every second, but I had to replace them. And then I had to put something else in the canal to do that. So the second I run out of corpses, I'm gonna have to run around the battlefield, try not to get hit.
Not possible. I must have a corpse.
There's the elites.
That is not possible.
I learned much from that.
This is a very beautiful game, though. I can't wait for them to release Diablo 4. Saw the trailers for it.
That is not possible.
Assuming Blizzard is not going to kowtow to China and have humanitarian problems, the game might actually be good. I just hope we don't fuck it up.
Thank you for your help. But could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Interesting. If he lives, his knowledge could prove useful. I will help you find your uncle, Leah.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Back when I still had my PlayStation 3, tried to play this game with my grandfather.
Let me open the gate.
Yeah, do not interrupt me.
Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her. She died when I was very young. I was raised by her. I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
I lost the train of thought.
A hidden cellar.
Dark magic lingers here.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
I'm afraid not.
That's a monk weapon.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
Leave that to me. You'd best stay and learn what you can.
Thank you.
I would go through all the extra little pieces of dialogue in this game, but realistically, I don't have the patience to sit through it right now. Plus, I've already done it once. I know that these YouTube videos don't get a lot of views, so I'm not going to really spend time doing all that, but no one's going to pay attention.
No.
I'm just going to enjoy doing what I'm doing right now.
This soul is not yet at rest. I'm afraid not.
Back. No, I can't. This is the cathedral from the first section. That wasn't apparent.
I'm afraid not.
I would run through all the dungeons like these just listening to like Gabriel Iglesias or Comedians or This Is Not Happening by from Comedy Central.
I cannot do that. This world can abide you no longer. That is not possible.
I think these dungeons are procedurally generated sometimes, so can't really go through the same one twice. But it's already generated in your world, I want to say.
That is not possible.
Like, I think there's only a select few that keep same dungeon experience, no matter how many times you play this game. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be scripted like that. It's been a while since I've played through this fully.
I need a corpse. I cannot do
Probably
that.
one of the most broken fatalities in this game is the corpse lance ability. Just shreds everything.
I'm carrying too much. That is not possible.
So this is the counterpart to World of Warcraft.
That is still quite new to me.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the counterpart of World of Warcraft because it's also made by Blizzard, and there's people that like this game that claim that World of Warcraft sucks, and vice versa. I'm a Diablo fanboy. Never really cared much for WoW. But I'm not gonna sit here and shit on their game. I'm pretty sure WoW is still a very successful game. Has a very large fan base to this day. It's also generated some of its own memes, like Leroy Jenkins and the red shirt kid.
I cannot do that. All must serve the cycle. I'm afraid not.
Here we go.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Stay back!
I need a corpse. I'm afraid not.
What's up, Deckard?
Thank you, but why did you risk yourself for me?
I believe we can aid each other. Your niece told me you were here.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I fear the worst.
She misses you greatly.
I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me.
I have found Leah's uncle, Deckard Cain. He was pursued by a creature called the Skeleton King, who blocks the path to the fallen star.
He's a Templar and a scoundrel. What's up, Leah?
Uncle, you're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
Friend? I am not often called that. But I wish to know more about the fallen star.
The prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back.
Yeah. Alright, Deckard.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
I will find a way to lay him to rest.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. You should not dismiss the signs so lightly. Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
Horrors, yes, but the living dead? The living dead.
Did you hear?
Like, I don't care what kind of shit your town has suffered. The second you see your loved ones raising back from the dead, I'd like to think that all reason is tossed out the window.
You are the blacksmith, aren't you? I have a request.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
Why would a town
Death is a path
instruct their
all
only
must tread.
blacksmith to risk his own fucking life and health to kill his infected wife and infected townsfolk? Why don't the non-infected townsfolk get together and just take them out? Y'all thought to put them down in a fucking cellar, you could have just executed them once they were bitten. Okay, I have no feasible way of getting through this door without wasting one of my 2 super moves. Never mind, no I don't.
Friends, I'm sorry.
I must have a corpse.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Hadrig! Help me! Death is sometimes a kindness.
I'm gonna wait for
I'm afraid not.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hadrig Aemon.
There is a way you could repay me. I seek the crown of King Leoric.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hall. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
I actually don't know where the apprentice is. As many times as I've played this game, I don't know every little secret about it.
That is not possible.
But yeah, like, they're gonna send their only blacksmith to go in and kill the fucking, the townspeople? The infected townspeople are gonna risk his own health and safety? Do you know anyone else besides his apprentice, keyword apprentice, that, he's gonna fix your fucking swords, he's gonna fix your fucking armor, your bows. Who's gonna help create currency when you guys end up losing your currency by moving your town's location? Wait, hold on. Who's gonna help you create those counterfeit shekels?
No.
Well, I roasted my body on that log. Or the corpse on that log. hordes and hordes of enemies just looking to get shredded apart by bits of bone matter.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. Your death nears.
Uh-oh. I wasted my, resources again. This is the problem with my character. It's because I don't give him a primary essence gainer attack. I just go all out. Because the lock-on is a little weird, I'll hit an inanimate object before I hit a person. And it usually costs me a corpse. Meaning I have to wait until one of them dies. Or I can just pop one of those.
No weakness consumes you.
Clear the rest. It's really fucked because say you're in the middle of a boss fight and they're not spawning any little minions.
That is not possible.
But that's why I have all these skeletons and a giant ass skull and protection and the back corpses when I kill it.
I'm afraid not.
And then revive it differently.
I cannot do that. No.
No. So believe it or not, the game is very good. It has some very creepy settings. Like there's this one area in the third act where you're practically in hell. And there's these giant beings that are chained to walls and such, and they have nails driven through their bodies, and their skin has been scorched and burned off and torn apart because they're demons. The big people aren't demons. The demons are doing it to these big people. I'll show it later on. We are a long distance away from that, but there's one unique large person that is in that dungeon, and it's terrifying to me. Some of them are dead, as you can see in there. Oh fuck, I'm tired. I lost my train of thought again. Fuck it.
This world can abide you no longer. That is not possible.
I'm going to be playing this game. I should have actual subjects lined up to talk about. Like maybe current state of the world, shitty stuff, moving on.
I cannot do that.
Part of me just wants to sit here and be quiet and play the game, let you guys enjoy this. The other part of me is just like,
decay and rot.
I think if I was playing with someone else, I'd be more confident. have a lot more fun. You know, shit things to talk about, but it's just me. You're stuck with me. Fucking year. I'm probably gonna go to sleep here after this. The problem with this game is, after a while of just killing enemies over and over again, it just kind of gets boring a little bit. So...
Crown is not here. I'll look for it in another crypt.
Let us search for...
Probably in this one over here. I'll be surprised if it's not, because that means it'll send me to a third one, and I've never been to a third one.
That is not possible. Your death nears. I cannot do that.
So, I guess I could talk about Rathma. Rathma is like their deity. He's a very powerful necromancer for his time. And now all the necromancers look at him as like their patron saint.
Grave robbers have defiled my tomb. Now my husband writhes in torment because I do not rest at his side. Return my bones so that we may rest in peace.
Do I have to kill your fucking family? Because your family's reanimated corpses.
That is not possible.
No, but apparently I gotta face your fucking 12,000 cousins.
That is not possible. That is not possible. I'm afraid not.
Okay, that was taking a little too long. Hell am I gonna do with this thing? Never mind.
That is not possible.
Some leftover corpses right there. I'll probably need those. Never mind. Wait, am I? Nope.
The dead lay here in droves.
They have disturbed the balance. I cannot do that. I'm afraid not. Do not fear the end.
The necromancer is like 95% edge. He's so edge whenever he walks by an enemy, he just cuts them by his pure edge alone. Man is edgier than a fucking butter knife. He's the very definition of I'm 14 and this is beef. Oh my god. It's sending me to a third dungeon. Never been to a third dungeon before.
The crown is not in this crypt.
What kind of fuckery is this? Uh-oh. got that little mini map. This has to be the crypt. This looks like it. Never mind. This does not look like the crypt. What the fuck, is there a fourth one now? What a terrifying sound is here for the enemy. It's just the sound of their friends and comrades breaking apart and being thrown in their direction.
Weakness consumes you!
I'm afraid not.
Some of one headphone in, so this sounds very tricky to me, but I'm sure in the video it probably will sound normal. I've been maintaining one foot at a time, now I can go back.
Decay and rot!
That is not possible.
I don't really expect any kind of fame to come of this YouTube shindig thing, whatever. I'm just saying it because it keeps me busy.
My
It
bag
gives me
is
something
full.
to do throughout the day. Plus, it gives me a reason to actually play the game. I mean, like, if it's saying I'm not that's a side effect of depression.
I cannot do that.
Well, it's not being able to, it's just not having the urge to want to do the things that you like anymore. Let's say if you like eating ice cream, but you can't. That's essentially what I'm talking about. They're trying to describe. I remember when younger me would fucking kill to play as the Necromancer, and now that I'm able to just have him, now that I've had him, now that I've played as him, I mean, he's still a very great character, it's just, it's not the same feeling anymore, simply because you already have it, you achieved it. I guess it's those infinite, like, emotional feelings about certain situations that I miss, and once they're gone, they're never coming back, and all you have is the echo of them. It's sad, really. The fact that people just sit around and accept it for what it is, I find to be very disgusting.
As always.
God, look at that big bitch. I can't do anything yet. I'll dogpile him with a bunch of skeletons. I didn't kill him. Oh yeah, I did.
I'm afraid
I
not.
think I'll stop after this.
This world can abide you no longer!
I'm afraid not.
No, I will not allow you to bring that monster Leoric back to this world.
I cannot do that.
Well, that's kind of too late, because I took one look at you and you kind of died, so... You're gonna let me leave now. Where, there he is. You.
You found the crown. Truth be told, I didn't think you'd make it back alive. Ah, it needs repair. Should be no problem.
I changed my banner to look like something that I think, like I put a red bat there because my sister likes bats and her favorite color is red, but given the current situation of the family, I probably have to end up changing it here soon.
There is no higher calling than serving the balance. The priests of Rathma would welcome your aid.
I actually don't know what this thing is for. Oh no, that's the necromancer sign. Now I know what that's for. Or it could be reach level 70 with a necromancer, and it's cross sickles. I actually like that better. It's cross sickles. Alright. I think I'm done for right now. I'm gonna watch Naruto.